We've gone and inserted all of the slides. We're now ready to get this generator to create the code for us. So what I'm going to do, and again, I really have to stress this is one of many freely available options online. This just happens to be the one that I'm using. So everyone's going to be a little bit different, but each of them is going to give you a way to generate the code for the slideshow. So for this particular slideshow wizard, I'm going to scroll down towards the bottom here. Step 4, it says generate the HTML for the slideshow. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and click on this Generate HTML button. Now we just get this warning here that says, hey, if you like this wizard, if you use it on your site, please consider making a donation. So that's fine. You can go ahead and do that if you want to do that. All right, there's our code, all of this code here, the JavaScript and the HTML that we need to have our self-running slideshow. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this Select All button that grabs all the code for me. I'm going to copy it, Control or Command C on my keyboard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to my coding application, of course, Coda in my case. Now, where do we want to drop this code? We have to be very careful about where we drop this code. It's going to go into index.html into our slideshow div. So head to index.html, look for your slideshow. And of course, inside the slideshow div container, we have showdon.jpg. We want to get rid of that though. So I'm going to select from the opening angle bracket in image all the way over to the closing angle bracket, just something like this. And maybe for clarity, I'll just hit enter a few times on my keyboard so you can see where I am. This is my slideshow div container, and it's inside this container where I'm going to paste the code from the slideshow wizard, Control or Command V on my keyboard like so. Go ahead and save your file. Now for the moment of truth, I'm going to head all the way back to my browser, and I'm going to head back to index.html, and I'm going to refresh Control or Command R, and hopefully we should have a self-running slideshow, which indeed we have happening here. I'm just making sure that all 4 images are loading in. There it is. And here's the cool thing too, is that the slideshow makes use of the responsive layout. In other words, it ties in beautifully with the responsive design. So I get all the way down to the low resolution, and of course the slideshow disappears, come out just a little bit to the medium resolution. There's the self-running slideshow. Perfect. Looks great, functions wonderfully. Now, there is one issue that we have. If I take my browser window and I expand them out just a little bit to the high resolution layout, notice that the slideshow still functions, it's still playing, but the layout has sort of broken a little bit. We have some empty space above this guy. The slideshow is actually kind of hanging down into the 3 content boxes there. So we have a little bit of CSS tweaking to do. Very, very minor, though. Let's go and get that done.